what's going on in Vermont. Vermont is debating a millionaire tax. Millionaires tax. Massachusetts adds $1 billion to its budget and paid for school lunches with a similar tax. 6 U.S. states, including Massachusetts, have implemented millionaires tax to generate additional revenue, with Massachusetts adding $1 billion to its budget in 2023. Massachusetts imposed a 4% tax on individuals earning over $1 million, with half the proceeds allocated to education and half to transportation. Vermont is considering a similar tax, aiming to impose a 3% tax on individuals' adjusted gross income exceeding $500,000, potentially generating approximately $100 million annually for the state's budget. President Joe Biden has advocated for federal versions of these tax laws, including a proposal for minimum 25% tax on households with a net worth exceeding $100 million. Although some of his other tax increase proposals face hurdles in Republican-controlled House of Representatives. Tom, what are your thoughts on this Vermont millionaire's tax?
Well, there's two parts of that story right there. The first part is very real. Vermont up there, the land of Birkenstocks and Ben and Jerry and some real whack thinking. You're seeing the first chapter of true American socialism in terms of income redistribution. Whenever taxes are raised, people scream, they're redistributing income. Nope. That is redistributing income. How much do you got? I have this much. That's not fair. I'm going to take an extra scoop. Actually, it's worse than that. It goes, did you pay your taxes? What'd you earn this year? I earned this much this year, and I've paid my taxes to Vermont and to the federal government, and I passed an audit. Great. How much do you still have left in the bank? Well, over this amount. Okay, we're going to take 4% of it. That's income redistribution. That is Robin Hood. That is take from the rich and give to the poor. And this is the first step of structural socialism, people. This is the first step, and it's on the books. It's not a threat. It's actually not working. It's implemented in Vermont and Massachusetts and other states behind. So, get ready, buckle up. You're seeing the implementation right here, and it worries me.
Adam,
earlier you talked about perception is reality, right? And if you ask the average person living in Massachusetts or Vermont or any of the states that are possibly going to be advocating for this millionaire tax, they'll be like, why is it fair that these guys make over $1 million a year, have a net worth of $100 million? It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. They don't look into the slippery slope of being like the wealth redistribution. They don't go that further. They don't say, well, that's actually antithetical to how we operate here in capitalistic societies. And they're basically endorsing socialism unbeknownst to them. And that is Bernie Sanders' country, Vermont. So I would not be shocked if that passes.
You would not be shocked if that passes in Vermont. Tom, do you think there's any likelihood that eventually that'll be done in the states, like federal, at the highest level, where there'll be a millionaire's tax? You think that'll happen in our lifetime?
Yeah, I think it will. And
federal, not state. Federal.
Yeah, federal, I think it will, because 2024, I'll tell you when it'll happen. If the election 2024, I think it will happen at the federal level in March of 2033, when the 2032 president is inaugurated. I think that's when you're finally going to see it at the federal level. I'm counting the elections here, and I'm counting the years, and I think it's 8 years away.